Hi again, you're watching Hockey Analytics with Timo Seppa. It is a cold 40 degrees on April 12th in Tiverton, Rhode Island. I cannot believe that this is a spring break weekend for my family, but that's what it is. So beautiful spot here, but colder than we're used to here. So I wanted to talk today about zone time. Zone time is a stat that we're getting out of NHL Edge Analytics, NHL Stats, Edge Stats, and certainly something that could be tracked without NHL Edge. But let's talk about zone time and why it's important. So, what is zone time? It could be called zone time or offensive zone time. Basically, we're talking about the time that the puck is in the offensive zone. So from your team's perspective or from your perspective as a player, when it's in the offensive end, past the blue line. Defensive zone would be in your defensive end, inside your own blue line, and neutral zone would be in between. So typically you would, like with many other stats, like with Corsi and Fenwick, which we said in the last video, we're going to start calling SAT shot attempts for Corsi and USAT unblocked shot attempts for Fenwick. All of those things most usefully are measured at 5-on-5 when the teams are at full strength with 5 skaters each, plus a goalie, obviously. So, you could also look at even strength, 4-on-4, 3-on-3, but 5-on-5 is the normal state, the full strength state of hockey teams. So that's what we like to look at to kind of put everybody on an even playing surface, as you would say. Anyway, so if we're looking at 5-on-5 zone time, in a typical hockey game, let's just in like very broad strokes say that in a non-overtime game, 60 minutes, obviously, you'd have maybe 10 minutes worth of special teams time. So that leaves you with 50 minutes left. So of those 50 minutes, just very roughly speaking, if you've got 2 evenly matched teams, you're going to see about 20 minutes of offensive zone time, 20 minutes of defensive zone time, and 10 minutes worth of neutral zone time per team. You can compare zone time to zone time percentage to SAT percentage and to USAT percentage as a rough measure of if a team is controlling possession, controlling play in one end of the ice. Yes, we're not talking about puck possession, so you can build up zone time by dumping the puck into the offensive zone, and you wouldn't be possessing the puck in that case. But broadly speaking, all of these measures, even if you were measuring offensive zone time or offensive zone possession time percentage, you'd be talking about the same types of things. So if a team is dominating in SAT percentage, the percentage of shots like you have, let's say SAT percentage of 60%. So that would be 6 shots for and shot attempts for, and 4 shot attempts against for a team, for a player when they're on the ice, whatever we're talking about, a line when they're on the ice. So you'd expect the zone time percentage to be similar. So you 60% SAT percentage or USAT percentage or zone time percentage, you'd expect those to be about the same. Now, what happens if a team or a player or a line has different value for one of those, for a game or for a season. Could be a difference in playing style. So there's a team where I hand tracked this about 10 years ago. D1 team, and looking at their top two lines, you had a top line where one had a style of possessing it in the offensive zone and generating shots off of that. Another one would enter the zone and take shots more directly. So if you have two lines or two players that have differences in style, you could see, in those cases, the zone time percentage to be different, because, if you expect a line to come in and shoot quickly, they might get the rebound and sustain offensive zone time, or they might not. The other team might possess the puck and take it out into the neutral zone at least. So getting different measurements will maybe point towards different playing styles. But I always like to have different metrics that are similar but different. So giving you differences in figuring out a team's or a line's or a player's styles. Chances percentage would be another one, right? 5-on-5 chances percentage. So difference in style, but also as checks against each other. So expect those numbers to be similar, but if they're not, does that tell you that you should be wary of one of those numbers? So this is something that we get from NHL Edge now, is zone time percentage. The players have tracking chips in their jerseys that are measured, that are detected by infrared cameras. Same thing with the pucks are chipped the same way. So players are measured, when they're on the ice, they're measured 12 times per second. The pucks are measured 60 times per second. So you know the locations many times a second. So when the puck is in the offensive zone, that should be counting offensive zone time for all of that team, and the opposing team should be getting counted as defensive zone time. It's useful. We wish that there would be more granular output that the average fan, the average media member could get from the NHL.com/stats website and the edge.nhl.com websites. I imagine that could be coming in years to come here. I guess one thing that I just to wrap up here that I would that I've noticed on broadcasts and that bugs me a bit is you'll see zone time on some broadcasts, and it looks dubious to me. So going back to what I was saying earlier in the video here. So if you've got a 60-minute game, 10 minutes worth of special teams time. So if you are counting 5-on-5 zone time again, and they're showing you what the zone time is for the two teams, at the end of the game, you should see that it should be 20 minutes to 20 with, not showing the 10 minutes worth of neutral zone time, or maybe 22 minutes to 18 minutes. So if you see something very different, if it's showing 11 minutes to 7 minutes or whatever, that's telling me that the broadcast is not showing you zone time, or 5-on-5 zone time, and it's mislabeled. So chances are they're showing you possession time, or somebody's estimate of possession time, but it bothers me that those things are not always labeled correctly, and it also makes me suspicious of, okay, if it's not zone time and they don't even really understand what they're labeling, what is it that they're showing you, and how accurate is it? So zone time, it's useful. I think we're going to see more of it, more granularity, but it's one of those things where I would hope that it would get better, both for what fans can get from NHL.com and also from what broadcasts are providing us. So thanks again, and we will catch you next time.